Greetings there, people! Zero Cult Personality here, ToonKritic's the name, Toon's the name of my game. Welcome back to Roundtable's Magic, the show where we take a look at My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and occasionally do interviews on the side. So today, we've had some very interesting guests on this show. We've had writers, we've had princesses, we've had all sorts of interesting individuals, but for the first time ever, we're bringing on a Crusader. And not just any Crusader, probably one of the best Crusaders of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the voice of Scootaloo herself, Maddy Peters.
Woo!
Hello.
Just a simple hello. That's how we do things here. So once again, thank you so much for taking time out. We are pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, and of course, my buddies. We got Sweetie Bloom.
I'm here to make sure the gentlemen behave themselves.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, what?
Hey, I'm perfectly chill for this, alright? It's all good. We have Thespio.
How you doing?
And Golden Fox.
Heyo.
Okay. Got all the cool stuff out of the way. So, Maddy, the voice of Scootaloo. You've been a part of the show since the very beginning. Gotta say, as all of us here, we are big Crusader fans and we are very happy to have you on here. So, we know that you do My Little Pony stuff, but let's quickly get the big thing out of the way. Besides Pony, what else do you do?
Voice acting wise, I haven't done a lot in a while. I got like my big start on Martha Speaks, that PBS kids show about a talking dog. And other than that, I'm a working illustrator, and I'm in college studying to be an illustrator.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Illustrator, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I do comics and other stuff, but comics are like where my heart lies.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of comics were you aiming to make?
Weird comics, just goofy stuff.
Weird is good.
Weird
Like,
is always
little
good.
like little one shots, or are you hoping to like do like an ongoing series, or like how are you hoping to do something like that?
I'd love to have an ongoing series one day. That's a type of storytelling that I haven't learned how to do, and I admire television writers so much for that. But yeah, no, I have one comic out right now that's just like a 24-page little short story. Yeah, it's on my website.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
Well, hopefully your talents will bring it up to a big comic and then possibly a movie. You never know.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
All right, now to officially get this under the way, so what got you into acting or voice acting in general, and how long have you been doing it? You said since Martha Speaks, which I believe was, let's see, what year was that?
2006, maybe 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, long time. What got me into acting though was, I'm gonna just say, the bin of costumes in my house as a kid, because I used to put on like Broadway shows and make my parents sit through them, and then I discovered movies, so I was in like a lot of iMovie films. But then voice acting, my dad worked in animation, and so just like knowing me as a person, getting me a voice acting agent was just kind of like an obvious choice. But I'm really lucky to have that connection in the business.
Yeah, and I believe you and your dad are both coming to BronyCon 2017 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that must be fun. I don't think your dad, I don't think, has ever been to a Brony convention.
No, he doesn't know what he's in for. Like, he's just gonna, like, I bet you by the end of it, like, he's just gonna have like so much Brony merch like on him, and he's gonna be like a part of it now.
It's official. Each Crusader and their father have attended pony conventions. We had Michelle and Michael. Then we had Ian, James, and Claire, Brian and Brianna, and now you and your father.
I can imagine like your dad's just gonna be like covered in like Scootaloo merch, just like, hang on, I'm just holding all your stuff. All the gifts, all the fan art, all the cool stuff. All right, Claire, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, so you've been at this for like 10 years or so. So what was it like spending your teenage years voicing children's cartoon characters?
I gotta say, the craziest part of it is that all the other voice actors, because a lot of the Vancouver voice actors, like, we see each other at every session and whatever, and they got to see all the teen phases I went through. So that's fun. They got to see, like, you know, me coming to a session wearing like 6 tank tops on top of each other, and like fingerless gloves, and then like they got to witness me being very, very into Minecraft, and then
Oh boy.
following everything mainstream. It's like they got to see it all. It's great.
That's good. I can imagine, like, at such a young age, like, you kind of, the voice acting business kind of becomes like a second home for you, in a sense.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like, especially when I was like, when I was doing Martha Speaks, it was like a weekly thing. Like it was, I didn't do it every week for My Little Pony because I'm not on episodes that often. But like, when I was, you know, it would be like that was my Wednesday. Like I got to skip school. I'd go, like go hang out with a bunch of. There were lots of young people on that show too, so I just like hang out with a bunch of friends for a day. It was great.
It's just
cool.
like, excuse me, I need to leave the classroom. I have something to get to. What are you doing? I'm voicing in a children's cartoon. Oh, okay, go ahead, go. You're excused.
The best excuse to get out of any test ever.
And Wednesday afternoons when I recorded for a couple of years, that was when math class was. So I like never had to go to math.
Oh, I would kill to be in your shoes for that because I hated math class
You
too.
lucky girl.
Oh. All right, Fox, you're up next.
Right. So, since you've been a part of, since you've been voicing Scootaloo, how proud are you voicing the character, and how did you feel voicing her at first?
I'm super, super proud to voice Scootaloo because she is like an amazingly written character, I think. I just can't show the writers on the show enough love. Anyway, she has developed as a character a lot, I think, and I think at the beginning, I didn't have a sense of how important she was going to be to a lot of fans, and just like the longer I do her voice, the more I hear from fans about, like, I don't know, stuff that she's helped them overcome, and it means a lot.
That's good. What do you think, if I may ask, what do you think has been like the most fun recording her? Like what stands out for you? A certain line or a certain experience you had voicing her?
There's a lot of screaming. Scootaloo does a lot of screaming, which is always just a blast for everyone in the recording studio. Everyone covers their ears. Like 60
Parental
times.
Guidance comes to mind, where Scootaloo finally meets Rainbow Dash's
Oh,
parents.
God.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a blast.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Must be like, it must hurt after a while getting to do like the raspy voice. So does that like come natural for you, or does that like hurt after a while?
Oh, it definitely hurts. Like, usually the day after record, I'm like eating ice cream, eating honey, drinking tea all day long. It's it can be painful, but if I do it just like a couple of times, like there are certain episodes where it's almost just like it comes out pretty naturally.
Okay, that's good, because I know some voice actors or actresses have a certain voice that they do, and it ruins their voice. Like after, like, I can't do this again. Nope, can't do it. Just
Yeah.
if you have something for me, wait a week.
Yeah, I actually know there's one guy who kind of does this, Maurice LaMarche, when he voices Yosemite Sam. Like after a while, like that, like how he portrays it, yeah, that starts to hurt after a while. But it's amazing how he can keep that up for so long. But yeah, like the next day, he's like, no, sorry, can't come in, guys. Just give me a few days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Thespio over here is actually a voice actor, or training to be a voice actor, I should say.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Cool.
And,
He's
yeah,
alright. He's pretty good.
I too know the struggles of having that one certain voice that you have to do for hours upon hours, and after a while you just it's like just cut out my esophagus, please. Make the pain stop.
Yep.
Speaking of which, you're actually up next.
Yes. Going back off of Golden Fox's question of how Scootaloo has helped a lot of people overcome stuff. How closely do you relate to Scootaloo's character with all her accomplishments, and is there anything else that you would like to see her go through in the show, since she's gone through so much? Is there anything that you would like to see?
Oop. It's cutting out just a little bit. That's
Basically,
probably
how
bad
close do
Wi-Fi
you-
on my end, but I think I got your question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, basically, like, layman's terms, how closely would you say you relate to Scootaloo with all her accomplishments? And is there anything else you would like to see her go through in the show in the future?
Yeah, so I think I relate to Scootaloo because a lot of her stuff is about facing fears. And yeah, I definitely do that on a daily basis, like, especially, like, you know, just minor things. I'm showing my class something I've made, and I'm just, like, a pile of sweat. So, I don't know, I'd love to see Scootaloo and maybe the other CMCs try and make a movie, because
Oh boy.
that's something I do for school. And it can be crazy, especially with when you have a crew that doesn't get along or whatever. So I'd love to see like the CMCs be like fighting over the genre and like, yeah.
I mean, they have tackled, you know, the stage world. Might be nice to see what they could do for film. So
Next step.
Hopefully it'll go a little bit better this time.
Oh, come on. That was Academy Award winning performances right there in that episode. Okay, beautiful. Just please, I want an encore of that.
What are we talking about?
Season 1. Let me see, what was it? What was
Showstoppers?
Showstoppers, yes.
Yeah.
Where Maddy got paid to sing badly.
That must have been fun though. Come on.
God, that sounds like the best job in the world right there.
See, that's one where I could not speak for days after.
Oh wow, really?
I can imagine that sounded like it could be stressful on your vocal cords.
Yeah.
I can imagine like Daniel Ingram going, "It's like, okay, that was good. Can you make it sound worse?"
That's exactly.
Just shoot him a glare like, I'm not even trying anymore. What more do you want?
Well, try less.
Getting the specific perfect amount of bad is just like what I go for in so much stuff that I make anyway, and I owe it all to that experience pretty much. Like lots of videos, I'm in my friend's videos, she wants like bad acting, hitting the sweet spot of bad acting.
Wow.
Yeah, the bad acting that's entertaining, that it's bad but not cringe, and yeah.
It's like it's
before you get to cringe.
Yeah,
it's a very fine line, and not a lot of people can do it, but when they do it, it's the funniest thing ever. Fox, you're up.
Okay, so this is going to sound a bit controversial of a question to ask. Do you think Scootaloo should fly or not?
Oh boy.
Well,
Right.
I don't think
Age-old question.
Yourselves.
Yeah. I, as voice actor, I'm not, can't say much, but I don't think that she should be able to fly personally, because I've heard from a lot of fans that she means a lot to them as a character with a disability, and like, I know that representation is so important, and it's like the best feeling seeing a character you identify with on screen, especially if you don't get to see characters like that a lot. So I think that it would be a good decision if she didn't fly and just like was still super cool anyway, because she is.
Yeah. We mostly explored that, I believe, in Flight to the Finish. I imagine that must have been an interesting episode to go through.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So besides the comics, which you've mentioned, what else do you do on your downtime?
So like I said, I'm an illustrator, but that's like work. But I also draw in my downtime, and I like to make cool sounds in music software, and I make videos, like I said, because like I'm in college for illustration, but I'm like minoring in film and also sort of in sound art.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think with all those skills, you'd be able to go pretty far with them, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's good because I can help people out on small things. You know, they need a person who knows how to do this. Hey, I got you.
Nice.
It's really cool.
Trades.
Yeah,
It's
we've kind of
actually really
seen...
interesting.
Actually, go ahead, Will. That segues really nicely. Go ahead.
Yeah, that actually segues really nicely into my next question. Like, I've seen, you know, your other colleagues like Michelle and Claire keep very busy with their other works. Like, they make their own stuff on social media and stuff like that on their YouTube channels. Is that something that you would want to do as well? Sort of like share your works with others like Claire and Michelle does?
Right now, there's some stuff out there if you look for it, like I'm on Vimeo and stuff, but I'm mostly focusing on my illustration career for this one last year of college that I've got And so I'm pretty boring on the internet. I have a LinkedIn, but no, I'm making a YouTube channel, planning on it, and just like uploading all the goofy videos that I have made and stuff. But I think that I don't have any immediate plans for making a bunch of stuff for social media, like the way that Michelle and Claire do.
Okay.
Well, that's still interesting because I feel you could probably be on par with them.
Easily.
Just a thing.
Yeah, like the fact that like we've seen you like do things, you know, as the trio that you are.
Yeah.
I don't know, just something that would be nice to see. But you know, and again, everybody goes at their own pace.
College is important, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
In life,
that will be eventually if you gotta if you search it up.
in life, you cannot get through with just a GED. You can't just get through with a good enough diploma. All right, you need a little bit more than that. All right.
But, like I emphasize, at everybody's own pace.
Yep.
Actually, I have a bit of a bonus question. So I've noticed, speaking of Michelle and Claire, they've both have made, like, I think, video logs, vlogs of them going to Disney. Have you ever gone to Disney?
Yeah, I have. I went to Disney World in Orlando when I was a kid, and it was amazing. I don't remember anything from it, but I do remember it being amazing.
Well, that's good, at least.
It's just one of those things, like, you remember it, but you don't remember exact details. You just, you know, you remember the vibe that you get from visiting a place like that. And
like,
that's what sticks out.
I have
to
them
you.
8-year-olds, so.
It's like, I think I met Mickey Mouse there, right? Something like that. All right. What was your favorite episode to record as Scootaloo?
This is definitely gonna be like the cliche one, but Crusaders of the Lost Mark.
Ah,
Yes.
It was just
Yes.
like a party. It was like, it's happening. Yeah, it was amazing.
The fandom just lost it. Like, there was celebration, there was dancing in the streets, there was like...
Well, of course there was dancing in the streets. It also happened in the actual episode with their sisters and all that.
That's true. Yeah, so we kind of recreated that. It was fun.
There we go.
Did the voice actors have any sort of like party, like got the cutie mark cake or something? Finally
There's
happened.
probably cake there. Tabitha St. Germain always brings in cakes, you know, so there's probably cake.
Oh,
There you go.
just imagine just like getting to work with someone every day, just cake every day, fresh cake. I can get behind that. So what's the perks of being a voice actress? There's a lot of good cake.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah, Tabitha's such a sweetheart. So.
Were there any other episodes that stood out for you?
Any other episodes? I would say, meeting Rainbow Dash's parents.
Parental guidance, yeah.
And I mean, all the first few episodes that I did, like, those are the ones that stick in my memory the most, even though they're the longest to go, because it was just like still kind of getting a sense of what the show would be like, and yeah. So definitely that crazy rock and roll showstoppers was a big.
Even though it hurt your vocal cords after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because we as we're not just like just regular old bronies. We're actually reviewers of the community, and we've talked quite a lot about a lot of different CMC episodes. One in which we've talked about actually is Cart Before the Ponies, and that one.
The go-kart ones. That was
that was fun, but oh boy, that was it was an interesting episode. What was it like recording that one, if I may ask?
That one I don't have a. Sorry, I don't have a better answer for this, but I don't remember what the record was like.
Oh.
My 80-year-old memory is failing me.
Yeah, that's honestly, I can understand where Maddy is coming from. Sometimes with voice work, you just go into a session and then you just wait for the next one. Sometimes it's just regular work days. Nothing really stands out too much for you if it's just like a regular old session. Sans like stuff like Crusaders of the Lost Mark and Showstoppers and all that. But yeah, sometimes it's just, just a regular shtick and nothing really sticks out too much for you. So I can understand where Maddy's coming from with not remembering too much.
That's perfectly fine too. Claire, I believe you're up.
All right. Well, steering away slightly from all these weird pony people. You've mentioned Martha Speaks. Are there any other like stories from non-pony work that you remember? You know, interesting stories from like being Barbie's little sister, stuff like that.
From non-pony work, I want to say like there was something. It wasn't real official voice work, but it was for a sound class we had to record like a fake podcast or radio show, and so I hired some friends to come and like voice act with me, and we went into the sound stage that my school has, and like we're recording everything. We've got the mics, like we're all set up, we're ready to go. It's like a really goofy radio show about people making mistakes, and like the character that I'm playing like pees her pants and starts yelling about how she's peeing her pants. So interesting, you know, just standard podcast stuff.
I think we've had a few like that.
I'm recording that exact part, and so I'm kind of mid-yelling, I'm peeing my pants! I am right now peeing in my pants! And the door opens to the soundstage, and there was a tour happening for people interested in going to my college.
Oh.
And
This is awkward.
Yeah. So like all the official tour guides, and then the young high school kids just like watching me. And when I voice act, I use my arms a lot, so I'm just like screaming about peeing my pants. It's like, yeah, this was cool for me. Yeah, I can see that.
Oh wow, that's.
I assume they got a lot of candidates. I don't know. That's still the school for me. I don't know about you people.
It's like, what did you do today?
Wow.
Something like that.
So I take it, yeah, like Claire said, you got a lot of applicants to that.
I want to go to that college where I can scream about peeing my pants.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's a great story.
I actually have a quick little bonus question. So how many conventions have you been to?
I've been to Everfree Northwest twice, and then BronyCon once. I think that's correct, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so I would say 3.
All right. Do you have any fun con stories? Any memorable experiences, like say a fan experience, or just something in general at the con?
I have a lot of cool fan experiences, and my favorite parts, I think a lot of the time, are meeting the kids. But I also found out something really weird. Last BronyCon, 2013, there was a cake there, and it was I always keep coming back to cake, but anyways, there's a cake there. And it was like, from the Ace of Cakes people. Like it was a big like sculpted pony cake.
Oh, wow.
And it was like in the green room for like the actors and stuff. And that cake was made by the someone who knows my boss's fiance. And so and at the time they had been dating, and so so it's like a crazy small world, and that cake may have been delivered by one of my current professors.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of cake was it? Like, what kind of flavor?
I think it was vanilla. I don't know. It was one of the more it was more focused on the shape of it. It was very sculptural.
Yeah.
It was like a Pinkie Pie cake or a Rainbow Dash cake.
That's still pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, Baltimore's a small world.
It is.
Yeah, the fact that all of those people were involved, talk about serendipity.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can remember, like, BronyCon 2013 was, like, the first con, I think, Thespio, that you and I went to, and it was, like, it was a huge culture experience. Like, it was so freaky. Like, we'd never really been out of state before. I gotta ask, like, Maddie, like, you live up in Canada, right?
Yeah.
What was it like entering the USA for the first time? Like, that probably was, that was probably a culture shock.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that the first time I went to the U.S. was when I was a lot younger, so I'd like been on like so many small trips, and like my lives in Arizona sometimes and stuff like that. So I was like pretty used to it by the time I got to BronyCon in 2013. But that was the same year where I got to tour the college that I'm at right now. So it actually had a part in where I went to school.
Nice.
That's cool.
And as they say, it's about who you know, not what you know.
Gotta have them connections. Gotta know how to schmooze up, climb the ladder. All that good stuff. All right, last question here. Now, I've made this a habit of asking every voice actor or actress I know this question because I feel this is very important. There are those who say that voice acting is not a real job. What are your thoughts on that perspective?
Well, people love to take a big dump on the arts when they don't really know what they're talking about, but it is a real job. Like, it's like anything else. You know, you have a skill, you work, and you get paid, and I don't know. That's the definition of a job. So
yeah, right.
There you go.
Well, okay, that's pretty simple then. Okay, I was expecting like this big passionate speech, like yes, what I do matters.
Dude, if you get paid, it's a job. It's as simple as that.
There you go. That pretty much stole the words right out of my mouth. So.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's simple. Wow, this went by a lot faster than I thought it would. Usually these take like a little bit longer, but hey, this is good. This is good. I like that it's more concise. That's perfectly fine. Hey, we got
it's pint-sized, just like Scootaloo.
I was gonna avoid saying
like,
that.
Just speeding on by, just like speeding on by like Scootaloo on her scooter. Going,
there you go.
There you go. That's better.
Ponyville.
I would love to have a scooter like that. That's so cool. Anyways, so I think did either of you three have any last minute questions you wanted to throw in, or are we good?
I got nothing else.
No, I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me on the show.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you have made it this far, go ahead, if you're watching this on YouTube's, go ahead and put down in the comments what your favorite Scootaloo episode is. Mine is Parental Guidance. I still love that episode. It's so adorable.
Mine is still to this day Flight to the Finish.
Flight to the Finish, yeah, I'm gonna have to say.
Sleepless in Ponyville for me.
Yeah, that's the other one. That one's also really good, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
I always talk about that one at cons. It's like, that was a crazy one to record.
yeah. Also, Maddy, if you will, what would be the URL of your website where people can check out your resume as well as your comics?
Ah, yes. That'd be a good thing to plug.
MaddyPeters.com. Yeah, MaddyPeters.com. Simple.
All right.
All right, cool.
Okay. And of course,
Right,
you've got your Twitter and all that. Wait, you still use Twitter, right?
Yeah, I deleted my old Twitter because it got hacked by a bot.
Oh.
So, yeah, no, I have a new Twitter. It's the same as my Instagram.
Okay,
Okay.
and an Instagram too. Cool. All right. So, for everyone watching, I hope you all enjoyed this. I know that we all had a great time with it. Maddy, once again, thank you so much for taking time out, and we hope to see you at BronyCon and hope you have a good time at BronyCon.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Is there anything you'd like to end this off on? Maybe a favorite Scootaloo line or something?
Am I allowed to do a voice? I'll do a voice.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Just gonna remind you guys that Scootaloo is not a chicken.
I know. I'm glad we've gone the entire interview without bringing that up at all. That's great.
I had a feeling that was going to be the perfect way to end it. Thank you, Maddy.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you all for watching, and we will see you on the next episode.